Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, Jewelry Forever at jewelryforever.ca, and Beautified by Romina. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Well, everybody, this is it. The official last day of summer.
No.
2024.
No.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 284 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. A very special end of summer edition of the episode. Will we be able to hold to that theme? I'm not sure. I don't know what this is going to be. We'll find out. But I'm your host, the one, the only, Scott Dion Brown. And last day of summer, and it's gray, and it's rainy. Actually, it's not raining right now, but it rained a lot yesterday, and it's just gray and yucky. You know, letting us know it's over. Summer's over. But I'm Scott Dion Brown, and I'm joined by the greatest co-host on the other side of the table today, the one, the only,
Regine, Alaina, happy Sunday, happy summer Sunday for us here in Canada. Did you know that I think certain parts of the world, I guess, have the first day of autumn on a different day than we do? Really? I could be wrong.
I mean,
Because I say that because I Googled first day of autumn, and Google says
meteorologists,
autumn.
Yeah.
The first day is technically September 1st. However, the first day of fall in Canada and the rest of the northern hemisphere is tomorrow, the 22nd of September.
Which was, and I guess they wrote that yesterday, because today's the 22nd.
So there it is.
So the meteorologists counted at a different time. Hey, what up? What is up, peeps? I'm taking a college class, early marketing, by the way.
Oh, wonderful.
And it ain't so bad. It's Thomas, by the way. I just changed my name. Hey, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Welcome. Welcome to a special episode. It's the final day of summer.
No.
Summer has come to an end. Actually, not yet. It's ending today. It's
coming soon, but it was a busy summer. I mean, it was so busy that I think this is the first summer that you and I actually had to pre-tape the most amount of pre-tapes in a season than we actually ever have.
That's true.
In 5 years.
It was like four in a row, I think. Yeah.
Because you were gone, and then I was gone, and then you were gone again.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Les McKenzie. Morning, Scott and Regine. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Welcome to the show. We're just reminiscing about the end of summer. Thomas says, my summer ended in August, so I'm not surprised.
But, okay, I understand, because he's a student. So I understand where, like, most students, university, college, high school, elementary, your summer's long gone.
Because school starts, and, like, my summer vacation's over.
But for us, we don't have a summer vacation, because we're adults now. And technically, summer ends today at midnight.
Yeah. Now, you know, it's still kind of warm. There have been some cool nights, but there have also been, like, I went to the Argos game. My dad and I went to the Argos game on a Friday night. The Toronto Argonauts of the Canadian Football League for our out-of-the-country viewers. Very close game, awesome game. But I looked outside, it's like, oh, it's kind of a little bit, maybe it's cold. So I wore a long sleeve shirt, and then I put my long sleeve jersey on, And then I put this jacket on because I thought, oh, it might get cool. And I was boiling. Like,
Plus all the lights in the stadium.
yeah. Well, even on the way there on the streetcar, I'm like, oh, I brought too many layers.
Fair.
So this jacket just sat on the back
Chair?
of my chair the entire time.
I'm going to a concert on Saturday, and it's going to be outdoors, so we'll hopefully have summer weather still.
Yeah, I mean the thing that happens, right, is it's like they'll start to be more cold days, but you'll still get like this big swings in
Pockets of
temperature for
hot,
the while.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see Megan
So-
Trainor next weekend.
Oh,
I'm
that's fun.
excited. So random, but I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah,
It was an eventful summer.
it was.
I think for the show, it was a good summer. We had a lot of good episodes.
We took some well-needed breaks as well
We did.
with our vacations and stuff.
Yep.
I was gone for what felt like all of July. And then you were gone for all of July as well.
Lots of traveling. Yeah, and then there were times there was work as well, getting involved with things. This past week was weirdly busy for me. And you know what
Really?
thing is? It was busy because I won't be able to talk about most of it, but there's a lot of little things that are kind of the ball is starting to roll on them. And it's from a variety of different places. So like part of it is to do with film, part of it is to do with videography, part of it is to do with but what I've noticed is like so before, oh, it's a busy week if it's like let's say I have, stuff to do every day of the week. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, tomorrow I have some event maybe, then the day after I'm filming somebody, then the day after, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This week it was multiple things to do on the same day.
Oh.
So it'd be
You're
like
back to back.
yeah, so it would be like I have a call with these people from 11 to 12 and then I got to run over and do this rehearsal from 1 to 3 and then I have to run to the other side of the city and do this other thing from 7 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're busy.
And so it was kind of tiring.
I bet.
Yeah.
I was in the office twice this week, and I was like, oh. That's all I could. I have the privilege of working from home, so when I have to go into the office and do the whole commute, I'm like, oh, I just want to be in my bed right now.
There's-
I'm not about that.
There seems to be a push to try to get people back in there.
Well,
into
my
the
team
office.
is fully remote, so I work for a global team. So I don't really have a head office or a main base office. I do and I don't. But we had leadership in from the U.S. this week, so I had to go into
you
the
had to go-
office.
So if you don't have a main, is it like do they have like a space that they rent when?
So I
people
work for
come
an
in, or-
agency, so like a marketing agency. So our marketing agency has an office in Toronto. But my team, because we're global, we're all over the place. So
I see. Okay, gotcha. They're all over the place.
so I just go to our Toronto office when I need to go into the office, which I do have to go again this week. So I'm like, okay.
Wonderful. I have heard, like, I guess companies. What I heard in the city, at least, is that because there's all these big offices downtown that are like basically kind of empty or like barely being used. I heard that like the companies or like that own these buildings, they're obviously not happy that their buildings are empty.
Yeah, of course.
And so, and then also the businesses that are in the financial district, like the places like in the path and stuff where like all the places people buy lunch,
They're closed.
they're all struggling. Yeah. And so I heard that there's some push, like, I don't know if it's like these companies are either trying to lobby the government to get the government to encourage us to go back, or it's like the other way around. It's like, so anyway, there's this weird push, even if the companies themselves don't necessarily want it, and obviously the employees don't. Like, nobody wants to go back into the office.
Some people, I think, find it more productive in the office.
I think it depends very much on the job.
True.
It depends on the job. And I think it depends on, like, I also know that there are some people, I guess, who probably get a lot of their social energy and all that
Yeah.
from meeting people in the office.
That's me.
Oh. So do you miss going to the office?
Yes and no. I like going into the office when I know everyone else is going to be there so that I can see everyone. I just hate the commute.
Yeah.
I just hate the commute. There's something about the TTC that I can't get behind.
Yeah, I find now, especially like I used to, you know, drive, in rush hour traffic fairly frequently, or sometimes,
Because
or
you
even
live
just
in the city.
yeah, or even uptown to downtown or whatever. But then after kind of the pandemic, and then things started to close up, and then working from home and staying home became the norm. Now, when I find myself stuck in traffic like that, I'm like, I
You're
can't
more
even.
agitated,
Yeah. Well, I'm just like, I can't believe I used to do this all the time. I don't want
right?
to do that. Yeah.
No, 100%. Like, well, yeah, because I used to commute and take the subway every day downtown to work. And now that when I have to do it, I don't know if it's people are just grosser or
Or if you're noticing it more, you're not sure.
or maybe it's also the fact that there are more homeless people and so they are also on the subway.
That's definitely changed for sure. Yeah.
And there's an increase of them on the subway on my commute and it's
Yeah.
just like ugh.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, and you're not the only one to notice that. Like getting on the TTC, the trains, streetcars as well. Is it's just there has been a higher frequency of just people just on there and
They're just sleeping.
there. Yeah,
They're
yeah,
sleeping. They're asking for money. And I understand that this is their unfortunate situation. It's just on rush hour. Like,
yeah,
why rush hour?
yeah. It definitely impacts the experience of the commute for
But
sure.
I also find that the TTC is not as safe as it once was.
Yeah.
Like, I was on the subway one time with my husband, and just the two of us. Well, obviously other people, but there was another girl or lady, woman, standing around our age who was standing near us, and she had her headphones in, and there was, we call it Toronto's finest, so a person that was not the safest to be around. And my husband had made a comment, and I guess she does what I do, where we have our headphones in, but we're not actually listening to music. It's just so people don't talk to us. And so she heard him say it, and she looked at us, and I'm like, stand with us, pretend like you're part of our group. So she literally just stood with us the entire time. And then afterwards, I thought about it, and I'm like, it's kind of sad thinking that is sometimes me, where I'm by myself and I need to like closer myself to another group of people. Because it's not safe anymore.
The frequency of like those types of interactions has gone up a lot for sure.
Wild.
And it's yeah.
It's scary. It's scary to be on the subway. It's
Yep.
scary to be anywhere.
When I took the streetcar to get over to BMO Field on Friday, I didn't have any experiences like that, but there was one guy who was like coughing constantly. And
Sorry to those who got grossed out by gagging noises. I'm so sorry.
But I was just sitting there being like, well, can't wait to catch
Here it is.
whatever this guy's gonna give everybody. It was like a constant. I'm like, oh man, I feel fine, so I guess I got lucky. But it was
you
just
were just sick, so maybe it's still in your system.
like I
You
repelled
still have
it.
that immunity to it.
Maybe I made him sick. He wasn't coughing before I got on the streetcar. Yeah.
Just kidding.
But I don't know. I'm not sure. You may be right in that if the experience on the TTC has just gotten worse, or if we're just noticing it more because we weren't on it as frequently.
Or maybe we're just more germaphobe, and that's why.
That's definitely the case. That's
Like,
definitely the case.
I'm on the subway, and I'm like, man, I could really use a mask right now. Just for that same reason, where like people are getting sick right now,
Yeah.
and like you were just sick, and that man on the streetcar was coughing up a storm.
Yep.
And I know kids are back to school, which means germs are going to be back in our. I need a mask.
One thing I kind of wish. I mean, I know like now the mask. I still see the odd person with masks.
I wear them sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I wear them. Actually, I've stopped wearing them. I was gonna say sometimes on planes, but the last time I flew, I did not wear it.
For me, it depends. Like, so for example, if I was on that streetcar and that man was coughing, I will pull one and put it on.
Well, that's what I was just thinking of. And then what I realized, and I think we talked about this before, because probably near the beginning of COVID, I remember we were talking how like in Asia, the norm was like, or I think maybe Japan for sure. Whereas if you're feeling sick, you wear a mask, right? And I would kind of like us, I wish that, like that guy coughing, he should have had a mask on.
He shouldn't have been on the streetcar. How dare he?
That would be better. But like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and assume like, you know, he really had to go, or there's no, or maybe he was on his way home because he was so sick and he just had to get home, whatever it is. But like, that's, I think, where a mask would make sense, because if you can keep it right on your face while the coughs are happening, that's like the best thing you can do.
You know what I do? I want to do, not I do. What I've thought of doing is our subway line that I live on is attached to a hospital. So every time I see someone in their scrubs, I'm like, ooh, like walk away from them. Sometimes I just wish I had a mask. I just like put it on just on that line because I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it is the germaphobe in me that has developed through this.
We're all definitely, I think, more aware of it now, all right? And more kind of, what's the word?
Aware.
Aware is the word. And more,
Heightened.
like we notice things that maybe we probably wouldn't have noticed before, you know?
Because if you're in the hospital and you technically have to wear a mask while you're in the hospital or at the doctor's office, shouldn't they wear masks on the subway? Or in public transportation, or not wear your scrubs that you wore during your shift around sick people?
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
I thought you weren't allowed to do that.
Maybe it isn't. Maybe they. I honestly, I have no idea.
Because if you think about it, there are a lot of sick people on the subway or on like public transportation, and then you're wearing your scrubs to work, and then you're covered in those germs, and then you're bringing it to the hospital or the doctor's clinic, and then whatever germs you have at work, you're now bringing it home with you.
Yeah, I don't know what those rules are. Maybe there's like a...
I just thought about that.
Do they like go through one of those things and then they get sprayed?
I don't know.
I don't know how they do it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just a thought. I don't know how this conversation happened.
I don't know.
Busy week. It was a busy week.
The end of summer, and then we ended up talking about this again.
Well, end of summer does call for more sicknesses. Cold season. So, I mean,
That's
it
true.
works. It works.
That's true. It does.
Okay, let's bring it back to summer, I guess.
Yeah.
What is one or two most memorable moments this summer for you?
What were like best summer
You have
moments?
one being personal and then another being on the show. Scott has really bad short-term memory.
See, the problem is, you know what it is? My short-term memory is very bad in that, like, so, like, for example, I have to think about, what did I do this week? And, like, I kind of, if you ask me just to recall what I did this past week, I rarely can remember. But then if I, like, you know, look at my calendar and remember, I went to the football game on Friday. I can think back and I remember, you know, that whole experience of going to the football game. But it's, like, immediately recalling, like
what did
what
I do
did
2 weeks ago?
So now, like, you're asking me what's my favorite thing of the summer. I'm like, what did I do this summer? You know what? Actually, I can pick one. I know what it is.
Okay, go for it.
The highlight of my summer was filming my next short film, because that's something that I've been wanting to do a long time. It took a long time to get it going. It was something that was, you know, things tend to take longer than you want them to, but we finally got it all together. The shoot days went really, really well.
The photos look great.
Yeah, we got some great looking stuff. So I think that's gonna be a highlight for me personally, just because. I mean, I guess it's not an accomplishment until the film is done. You got to finish things, but the shoot days.
But technically,
just
you can't finish your film if your camera's broke.
No, I managed to get everything.
Okay, good.
We did. Like the camera broke right at the end of the day, and all we didn't get was we were going to. We were actually going to take some photos for the poster, the poster for the film, and that's when I decided to plug the wrong plug in and fry the thing.
So would you say that was your pit for the summer?
You know what's interesting? I was like, I should have been more upset, right? And I did have to spend money. I got the bill. It's like $500 to fix it.
So your pit for the summer.
Sorry, it looks like, I don't know why. It happens every episode. There's like something happens in the connection that like it just loosens for a second, and I don't know what that is.
It's okay.
Might lead into our later conversation, actually.
There you go.
I was going to say, so yeah, you're asking if that
was your pit.
But I don't know if it is, because so as I was just saying, I don't know if you guys heard it online, but I got the bill. It's basically, it was $500 they're gonna have to fix the camera. They're replacing the motherboard or whatever it is they have to do.
The motherboard.
But what's weird is like it happened, and my immediate thought was, oh no, the footage, right? So I grabbed the hard drive, I ran to my computer, I plugged it in.
Oh my God, imagine.
Yeah, and it was all there. It was all there.
Okay, good.
You know, and I don't know if it was because like I had such a fun day that we got all the footage that like no matter what happens, there was nothing that could bring me down. But I've thought about it even after the fact. It's like it was annoying, but
I think I was more annoyed than you were when you told me. I was like, oh no, that sucks.
yeah, I mean, I think because we got all the footage, we got the shots, and they look so great. I wasn't as bummed about it as I could have. I mean, obviously it's annoying. It is annoying, but I think I would have been very sad if we had lost the footage. Like I don't know, inconsolable.
Oh no, the film's done. We're never making it again.
Well, because that's the thing. Because it's like when you lose something like that, like yeah, you can shoot it again, right? And if I shoot it again, theoretically, it might even be better because like the second time, my performance, I you know. But there's also something about capturing that moment, you know, and that moment, the way you did it in that moment, you know, it would make me sad to lose that. But because we got that, the camera itself getting fried, I mean, it was kind of sad. But I can say from like one thing that's good is like I've had the camera for a couple of years now, and the amount of camera jobs I've gotten over the years, like that camera has definitely paid for itself already. So I guess I'm lucky in that regard.
That just means you got to do one more event or one more shoot, charge $500, and you sold.
And we're okay. And then we'll be
Pearl
all right.
math.
Yeah.
Love that.
So it was. So yeah, I would say it wasn't the low point. I don't know if I have a real low point, but I will say that. Oh, then I have to pick up peak for on the show, favorite show of the episode. Okay, so that's going to be even harder for me because the reason I said I can't remember. What do we who do we have on?
You want to think about it, and then I'll do.
Yeah. Okay. You do. You give me yours.
Like,
I'll think about it.
I have a few highlights from the summer, which I'm sure if you watch our show, you know I went to Newfoundland, and I think that was one of like my highlights of the summer, was just exploring a different part of Canada that I've never been to. Let's be real, I've only been the GTA in Canada. Let's be real. So that was a highlight, but also all the concerts that I went to this summer. I didn't go to a lot, but it's the concerts that I did go to. Like I went to Dan and Shay literally right when we came back from Newfoundland, and it was last minute, let's buy these tickets, and they ended up super close to us at one point, so I was super close to them. And then I went to the AJ Raphael concert, which is the YouTube indie music musician that we actually talked about with Chris from Calamansi Collective. And then I actually got to meet them after the show, and one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, Kathy Nguyen, who I point to here because this is where Chris was sitting, who he is also a fan of. To me, that was full circle. I actually got to meet her because I've been talking to her. Like, she responds to you on Instagram, so I was like, oh my God, I feel like I know you. So there's just a lot of fun moments, and I think one other one is I've learned to set boundaries for myself this summer.
Okay.
Personally, and I think that has helped a lot. Being a people pleaser and now learning to set boundaries is nice. It's very nice.
Learning to say no is a very, very important thing. It's something that I'm still working on. I'm a people pleaser type as well. So no, that's great.
I've learned to just say no. I've learned to set boundaries. And it's interesting because someone that I'm friends with looked at me one day and she's like, you're very calm. And I'm like, huh? Me calm? Because, you know, like I'm very like all over the place. I'm always doing a bunch of things. And I think because I've learned to say no to things and no to people, I guess I have a more calmer vibe, which I didn't realize was a thing.
It would make sense because you're probably. I think one of the issues and where I realize. I mean, I've gotten a lot better at just being like, no, I can't. I'm not able to do that. Right. what I also find helps is, again, sometimes it's a lot for work related stuff. Once you say like, either raise what your prices are or just be like, no, I won't do that for that little.
Yeah.
That's kind of becomes a no in itself because less people ask you for these. But what I find is if you get in the habit of always saying yes to things, even if you don't kind of want to do it, what ends up happening is when you go to do those things, there's that part of your brain that's kind of like, you feel taken advantage of and you kind of feel annoyed. You don't really want to be where you are now. And so when you finally start to be able to say no to those things, it's like you're skipping all of that.
Yeah.
You're bypassing all of it. So.
I feel the same way when it comes to like pageant coaching because yes, I started, I was charging a little bit less, but then the more people I've worked with and the more experience I've gained, a lot of people are like, you should up your pricing. You should up your pricing. And that was one of the scariest things is like, I know it's only like $20 more than what I was charging, but if you compare it to other people in the industry, it's actually a lot cheaper still. So that was scary, but it's nice to have people to like remind you of your worth and like encourage you. Because I know when you were talking about certain people asking for lower prices for you, I remember being there with your girlfriend and she's like, no, you have to say no. And I'm like, yeah, you have to say no. It's nice to have people in your corner.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's also nice because those other people can like, sometimes I know myself, we always tend to undervalue, artists are like this a lot as well, but you tend to undervalue your own work in that like, because you know how to do something and maybe parts of it it's kind of easy for me now. I know how to use this software. I know how to do this thing, right? In your mind, it's like, oh, I can't charge too much because it's pretty easy. But for a lot of this stuff, you've taken the time to get good at it and you know how to use it. But for somebody who doesn't know any of this stuff, right, this is like specialized work. So you're devaluing it on yourself because you're like, oh no, it's fine. It'll take me, I can do it like this. But somebody else, like they don't have any other way of achieving this that you've taken the time to learn. And if they go to somebody else, they are going to charge way more. So it's more just understanding that. And for me, it started to happen when I realized it was just, I started to recognize this feeling of like, you show up at the venue and you're just like, I noticed it with music first.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I'm at the venue. Oh, we're playing for free. Oh, our set just got shortened. Oh, the show is delayed. Oh, we're going to be here all day, And I've noticed that I can go to that an event where I'm playing and have the exact same experience. But if I'm being paid the amount that we agreed, I'm like, I'm chill. I'm like, oh, I don't care.
But it also comes with like your experience within that industry.
Yeah.
And seeing, like you and I, we MC, so like we see how events run. We both work on different sides of these events, so we see what can happen and what has happened. And so because a lot of people repeat customers for you, you can be like, actually, based off last year, we got to up the price.
Yeah. That's in fact well, I guess that's how we got to the point where we're at where like, prices are. It's like, okay, wait, I did this last time and I realized those people got a great deal. So next time it's going to be a little different.
It's funny because I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm just like, But yeah, that was it's funny. I'm like, what was your highlight? I'm like, I had 3 highlights. I just meant to pick one. I meant to pick one.
Like your first highlight was like all of the concerts were the highlight.
I think so.
But then there's also like the personal improvement growth.
Yeah.
Thing. So that's kind of separate in a way.
Do you have any personal growth experiences this summer?
I mean, probably. You know what? I would say like it's kind of related to what we were just talking about, but for me, the thing that I've noticed about myself and the thing I'm trying to work on is like the rate at which I'm putting out stuff. That needs to increase, right? I want to increase my, I guess productivity is the right word.
But it's also hard because you are busy. Like you legit just said, I am busy every day this week. I've done multiple things. So you are booked and busy. And I think give yourself a little bit of grace on that side.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, like, for example, we shot my film, I guess now a couple weeks ago, right?
Like a month ago.
And like, I would have loved to have like the following day, dive onto the computer and start editing it and get it done.
Yeah.
You know, but literally the day after we shot, that was right before TIFF. So I was working all the way through TIFF. There were events during the evenings. And then this past week, there's been like 6 different projects that I've been working on. Photography, videography, and then there's a couple others where it was just like I had to take some meetings and I had to write some. There's just a bunch of stuff going on. So you are right about that. However, despite that, I can still imagine moments where I think the thing I need to work on the most is those days where there's just like doom scrolling on the phone. Because you're right that like this week I actually was quite productive because there actually wasn't time. Like over the last 2 days especially, I was having trouble like finding hours to fit in to just do a little bit of work on something else. So those days it's like I don't have to
And
worry
you
about it.
streamed this week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I was actually having the stream on Thursday. I was very close to not having it, but I decided to like, because there was a few people in the Discord server who were like, when's the next one? And again, and the thing is,
The people pleaser in you.
it is, but I also still like obviously this channel and like the live streaming side of it, right? It's not a giant moneymaker at this point, but it's still something like I still take that community that I've built seriously, and I know that it does still contribute to the overall thing. So it's still like, while I have had to lower the amount of live streams I've done, I still want to make sure I get
And
in there
you
and
have
do
the
them.
demand there, clearly, if everyone's asking.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I have a very awesome group.
Thomas, he's talking to you.
Thomas is there, and there are a few others who come out to the gaming streams, and we have our fun night. And it's a good time, and so I don't want to neglect it.
No.
And I had none the week before, so I almost skipped it, but I was able to like, basically what I did was I got up earlier another day to make up for the time that I spent on the live stream.
Did you realize you're almost at 4,000 subscribers?
It's slowly climbing. Yeah, it's
Look
slowly
at
climbing.
that.
Well, like you remember last week how I told I mentioned I got like a notification. So I got a notification that says that Shorts got 50,000 views,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
and I thought that was for like total, like all of my shorts. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of neat. I've been posting a few shorts, but that wasn't. It was one short. One short got 50,000 views.
I need to put stuff up. I haven't. I
On
put
Shorts?
everything to TikTok and Reels, and then I forget about YouTube.
I mean, it's the only thing I don't like. It's probably fine on a phone. What I've just noticed is like, so Instagram Reels, I can just upload right on my phone. TikTok, upload right on your phone. YouTube Shorts, I know there's a way to do it on the phone, but I think you can do more of the settings and more
You
of
can
the
do
like.
it on your phone.
Yeah, but you have more control over everything, I think, when you do it from a PC. I'm not actually sure if that's true now that I think of it, or if that's just in my head. But because of that, it's very like, I work in it on the computer first, put it on YouTube Shorts, and then once the short is done, I usually send it to my phone and put it there afterwards because I like to go. So I don't know. In my mind, YouTube Shorts is a bit more complicated, but I might be wrong. I'm not sure. So anyway, personal growth. I'll say I'm getting better, but I'm just trying to get rid of those days where it's like, I'm working on something, but then I'm distracted. I look at my phone, and then suddenly an hour is gone. Right? I'm trying to make those not happen anymore. So, anyways, yeah. Do you have a favorite moment on the show?
I have a few, actually, because obviously coming back from Newfoundland, having Elizabeth Marnock on air, that was fun with all of our snacks and you playing the spoons. I actually haven't touched those since the show. It's
time to train, Regine.
I should. That was a fun episode, having all of those snacks, which were eventually eaten. And having Caroline on the show.
I mean, she's always awesome.
She's so awesome, but just having her on the show after her victory, that was fun. That was fun for me. All of our guests were amazing, but there was something about, I think because they are my friends, so it was like, It was fun. And I love snack shows.
Food shows are the best. Well, that's why now I'm just thinking my favorite episodes.
The chips were in it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, and it's like, yeah, Rachel, it's the episode you weren't here, Regine,
I'm
but
like, wow, how rude.
but you just mentioning it,
I
I'm
love
like,
chips too.
when Tyra was on and we had all of those chips and we did the tier list of all the different chips.
I can't do tier lists. I just like, yep, that one's good. I like this one.
Yeah, I will say, like, it was a struggle. Even the two of us, we struggled in terms of like, oh, is this okay? This one's good, but is it better than this one? Is it, you know, so we did have to make some, choices. And it's an interesting thing. I think back to that tier list again. It's like if we did it again, because taste buds and how things, like the order you eat them in, and like how they relate to each other, impacts each other. So I wonder, like, if Tyra and I did that same group of chips, but maybe ate them in different orders, would the tier list be the same? I don't know. Because I even noticed that, like, so because obviously there were leftovers because like we didn't eat whole bags of the episode. So like in the weekends and weeks that followed, every now and again I would like find myself eating one of the bags, and I'd be like, wow, these are really good. And I'm like, dude, how high did we rank these? Did we rank these super high? I can't remember. Right. So it's very like
In the moment.
yeah. So I don't know. I liked that episode, and you know what? Actually, I liked was the Canada Day episode with Greg and Carla.
I love Greg and Carla.
Yeah.
That was fun. I love live music on our show. We should do it more often.
I agree. Yeah, we got to get some more bands in here. Bands or even just singers.
So performers, if you're hearing this and you're watching, come on our show.
We'll get you in there. Let's do the ads.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody, today's episode. What is this episode? Is it it's a summer recap, end of summer thingy?
Just us chatting.
It's a chat episode.
It's a chat. It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe. The Summer Vibes episode.
There you go.
Is brought to you by some very important people. They are advertisers. They make the show possible. So let's meet them. Jeanette McKenzie. The Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. In these challenging times, you need someone in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is committed to looking out for you. She'll go the extra mile to ensure you have all the information you need to make a decision you can feel confident about. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance. Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. She's my realtor, and she could be yours. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at jmckenziehomes@gmail.com. Jewelry forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East, Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and they change watch batteries, all done on site. Jerry at Jewelry Forever is an incredible artist. He specializes in custom stuff. Do you have a vision for something that you'd like made? He can make it out of the raw jewelry making materials. He also does repairs. I saw him on TikTok. He restored a ring that got crushed by a car. He brought it back to life, made it look like nothing had happened to it. It's amazing. And we have an amazing deal worked out with them, don't we, Regine?
Yes, we do. If you go in and let them know that Scott and Regine sent you, you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right, 15%, 15%. Mention the show. Get a great deal. And make sure you follow them on TikTok and Instagram. You get a lot of cool behind-the-scenes stuff about jewelry making, jewelry fixing, all that stuff. And you can find out more at jewelryforever.ca. Beautified by Romina.
Internationally trained hair and makeup artist. She's the official hair and makeup artist of the Sit Down. She does our hair and makeup every time we go MC. When Scott has a short film that he needs makeup for.
That's right.
But she also does weddings, engagements, baby showers, wedding showers, pageants, corporate headshots.
Everything. She does men and women. And anytime you need to be beautified.
Reach out to her on Instagram and Facebook at Beautified by Romina.
And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy, right, Regine?
It's simple. All you have to do is email us at radioshowad, that's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right. We do the show live every week, people. And we also do the ads live week to week. What does that mean? It means you could personalize them week to week. Do you have an event, a sale, something happening at a particular time in a particular place? You let us know. We let your potential client base know in real time. It's a great way to build a brand new relationship with a brand new audience. So get in touch. radioshowad@gmail.com.
We're back.
Does my voice sound like deeper to you? Like kind of just like a little bit like more down here today?
Only when you do it like that, yeah.
Well, it's
Does my
'cause-
voice sound deeper on this level?
Whoa. I've never heard you do that to your voice before.
Surprise.
Do that again?
No.
Whoa, that's like
I've
never heard that.
I can change my voice if I really wanted to.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
It's like, whoa. I've literally never heard you do that.
Because my voice is so much higher, but
Yeah.
if I really need to, I can. I told you. Remember how, like, the beginning of the year, I'm like, I want to get into voice acting, and then I never did.
Well, now I see why you did.
The possibilities are endless.
Wow. Wow, that was amazing.
I should go into voice acting.
Yeah, you could be
I
like-
can't act, so I might as well do voice acting.
Yeah, you got an interesting voice. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was neat. Well, no, I was just going to say, because I've just noticed, because obviously I was sick earlier this week.
Last week, not this week.
Last week, yeah. And so I kind of feel like I'm still, just slightly, recovering from that. And then also yesterday, one of the things I was doing is I was leading a rehearsal, and I was like
Oh, you got a raspy voice.
a lot of yelling to get people to settle down.
That was actually me this week. I think because I went to a wedding last Saturday, obviously singing our lungs out on the dance floor. And then I went to Medieval Times on Sunday.
Oh yeah, how was that?
That was fun. But you know those commercials on, I think it's like Spotify? I don't know if it
The Medieval Times commercials?
Yeah, where it's like the little kids being like, "Great night."
Yeah, and then the night comes over, right?
I turned
Yeah.
into that little kid. Even my husband's like, "You sound like the Spotify commercial."
Did the night come over?
No, but it was fun.
Did your night win?
No.
Sad.
But there was like one of the nights. So like this is our third time going to Medieval Times. So it was just interesting seeing the changes in the show because it's a new show. But I also found that the chicken is different.
Interesting.
I
thought it's dragon, not chicken.
I always thought the chicken portion was smaller, but they gave you like a whole half of the chicken, and I was like, we brought it home. I'm like,
So you thought actually you got more than the usual?
because
Wow.
normally at least from what, maybe I should go back through my old photos, but I swear the portion was smaller this time, and they gave you a to-go box. So I do think they changed the menu.
Interesting. I've only been once, and I can't really remember the food.
Like I was telling my husband, I'm like, I think next time I'm gonna do the vegetarian option because that was a lot.
I was going to ask you that because I wasn't a vegetarian last. So they have a vegetarian option? What is it?
I don't know. That's why I said I'll try the vegetarian option next time.
And do they still do like there's no utensils you eat with your hands? Did you?
There's no utensils, so you do have no choice but to eat with your hands, unless you bring your own, and that's just what's the point?
I've heard some people have done that. I'm like, come on,
No.
get enrolled. Get
You know what we
enrolled.
should do for our sixth show, like our 6-year show, is actually celebrate the fact that we've made it to 6 years. Because I was actually talking to some of my coworkers because they're like, "Oh, you do a podcast? How long have you been doing it for?" I'm like, "Oh, we're almost at 6 years." And they're like, "Have podcasts been around that long?" And I'm like,
You know, you might be onto something there. For starters, 6 years. Yeah, most podcasts, they don't last that long. They
no.
don't. And I think you're right. It's something to be celebrated.
And I think we obviously are not like Joe Rogan and all those people have been doing podcasts forever. But if you look at it during the pandemic, celebrities and influencers and all these folks have started their own shows where we actually started 2 years before the pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
So we didn't start it.
And
but
that's true. We're not Joe Rogan, but if Joe Rogan is here, we're like
We're almost
right there. We're like right there.
I actually Googled it because I was like, how long has this show been on? And I think his show's been on since like 2009.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of.
Like I just graduated high school and this man already had his show going on. But wasn't his like an online radio thing similar to how we started?
Well, yeah, because I think I'm going to be hazy with the history of it.
Google
but
it.
I believe that like Google Joe Rogan?
Yeah, why
Because
not?
I know like Tom Green?
The comedian?
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was kind of pioneering the idea. I remember he was doing his show on the internet way before anybody even thought that it was a thing you could do. He kind of pioneered it. And I remember I saw a video because Joe Rogan was a guest on that show.
Oh.
And so people are like, oh, I think Joe Rogan kind of like
He took
got
the
this idea
idea.
from Tom Green. Yeah.
Oh, and then we got the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And people don't know that Tom Green got the idea from us.
Us, yes.
That's
Because,
the-
I was still in high school. And
That's
I
the
was like,
unknown part.
We didn't even know each other yet.
But we kind of had planted the seeds in his mind.
Yeah,
somehow.
totally.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So you want me to check?
Yeah, let's see.
What am I checking? How long? When did how did Joe Rogan start, or what? Or how did?
You can search what the first
Okay.
podcast was.
What was? That's a good one. What was the first podcast? I don't even know if that.
But I still think we should celebrate. Like 6 years is a lot. And we were talking about this, I think, previously. Our 6-year episode is also our 300th episode.
So it's pretty good. That's a pretty
Timing is perfect if
Yeah.
we don't miss any from now until then. But
Good, so when you say celebrate, we should like go somewhere, do something.
I think we should, but not on our air. we
Well,
should
maybe
still celebrate
We
it.
should celebrate, and we could maybe like
Celebrate it
get
on
some
air
footage
and
of
then
it.
celebrate it off air.
We could like vlog it or something.
Yeah.
Show people some footage.
Should go to medieval times.
You know, I was thinking, medieval times is basically wrestling.
It is. Oh my god. Okay, so I was there and I was legit said to my husband, I'm like, why can't I picture Scott being one of the knights? Because it is like wrestling. It's all acting and they are hiring. So technically.
I am gifted in the ways of the sword.
Oh. And you already basically are a Jedi. So you basically take what you do with your.
I could probably teach those guys a few things. you know.
Exactly. See?
I mean, that would be awesome. That would be fun. I don't know how to ride a horse is the only thing. I don't know how to ride a horse.
Then you can be the one that cleans up the horse poop.
Does that guy fight? Does he get a sword?
No, but he cleans up the horse
He gets
poop.
a shovel.
You could be like one of those the person that stands next to the queen that like because now it's like before it was like the king's dinner.
It's a
now
queen
it's the
now.
queen.
Oh, I don't like that.
Hey,
No.
oh my god, he's so annoying.
Anyway, yeah. Continue.
Let's fight. No kidding. I don't feel like fighting today.
But wait, I need a sword though. But the only people who get swords are knights.
Then learn to ride a horse.
Okay.
Be a cowboy. I don't know.
Have you ridden a horse? Do you know how to ride a horse?
I rode a pony.
Actually, I rode a small horse once.
I rode a pony
on the
when I was a
beach.
little kid.
Yeah. I mean, you're mostly just sitting
I'm
there.
scared of animals. You really think I'm gonna? Let's go.
I mean, all of my interactions with horses have always been like, I realize that they're
They
basically
stink.
yeah, they do. but they're also basically just like big dogs. Like they're pretty amazing animals.
And they
actually.
can feed off of your energies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Hey, who knows? Maybe one day I'll have to.
maybe that's
I'll
what
have to
we'll do
meet
for
some
our
horses.
6th year episodes.
We're going horseback riding.
Imagine.
Yeah. And then I'll be like, okay, have you ever ridden into battle? Because that's why we're here.
You know what you've also gotten really into is wrestling this summer. Like really into it.
Yeah, actually, in fact, one thing that's cool. So
What did you do?
WWE is coming to Vancouver on
You're going?
November 30th. And my brother and I.
For your
are-
birthday? It's close enough to your birthday that you can totally go.
It is. Yeah, I guess it's partially. I mean, I'm going to be back in Toronto for my birthday because I also have to work right near my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess technically. So yeah, November 30th, I'm going to be watching WWE Survivor Series in Vancouver.
Cool.
And yeah, that's true. This year has been the year I got into wrestling. I'm actually quite into wrestling right now. So that's the highlight.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, wait, what were we checking? We were Googling the first podcast.
I just booked us a guest for next weekend, by the way. Sorry.
Incredible. Okay, history of podcasting?
Yeah, let's see. When was the first podcast, or who was the first podcaster?
Podcasts, previously known as audio blogs. I'd
Oh.
never heard that.
I mean, that sounds fancy. Audio blog.
Should we call our thing an audio blog?
Imagine.
Audio blogs have roots dating back to the 1980s. Okay.
Oh, wow, we're so off.
Yeah, but no, with the advent of broadband internet access.
But this is
portable way
Wikipedia,
back-
so anyone can go in there. We can
So-
even edit it and say that the sit down was one of the number one.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go in here and change it. Yeah. So the term podcast came from the term iPod, right? That's what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure this is facts? Like, this is Wikipedia.
Well, no, I think I knew that. I think I knew that the podcast came from the thing. And it's funny now because I remember I saw something about that where it's like, now for people to know the origin of the word podcast, like most people won't even know what an iPod is because iPods are dated now. But let me see. The illusion of independent radio. Okay, yeah, I know that. We're talking about podcasts as in how they are now. Early MP3. So, okay, maybe a concept of attaching sound and video files.
Your
to
first
RRS feed.
on-demand radio show and first podcast there.
The New England Patriots launched the internet radio show PFW in progress. It was a live show that was recorded and made available. So I guess that's technically one. Dave Winter created a special RRS with enclosures feed. BloggerCon, October 2003. Winter and friends organized the first BloggerCon web blogger conference.
We should go to BloggerCon. I don't even know what that is.
We'd be welcomed with open arms.
I hope so.
Pushing audio to a device. First blog. Okay, so this is like the advent of the technology. The use of podcasts by Gregoire was picked up by podcasting evangelists such as Slusher, Weiner, and Curry and entered common usage. That's in Blogger Technology. Doc Searles began keeping track of how many hits Google found for the word podcasts. Okay, so that's when the world came.
It's okay. We don't need to keep looking. I was just
finding
curious.
this. Yeah. I don't see any. So hey, you know what? I was giving credit to Tom Green.
I guess we should have been giving credit to the NFL team.
Apparently.
Apparently. You know who we haven't had on the show in a while?
Who?
Silver Lining. I just remembered because
Yeah.
we talked about.
That's true.
I don't know how NFL brought me back to Silver Lining, but
Because they used to be our. Was it Grey Cup they were always on?
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? I know Garson is quite busy on Sundays.
Yeah, they both teach,
Yeah.
or he teaches the
Animal flow. So in order, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'll send him that. He can use that in his promotions.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Nailed it.
No.
Yeah, he teaches that pretty much, I think, Sunday mornings. So like we could do like a later episode on the day
Or
for
a
them.
pre-tape with them.
Or a pre-tape. Yeah. But you're right. It has been
It's been a while.
like
Years.
It's been years.
It's been years.
We better look into getting them back on.
We should. If y'all are watching, come back. Come back.
Yep.
Yeah, because Jonathan was busy with his rock show production.
That's right.
thingy.
That's right. Oh, something else I wanted to talk about.
Speaking of wires.
Oh yeah. So.
Oh, is that not what you wanted?
Well,
to
actually,
talk
there were two things, but no, we should talk about the other thing just because it's something. So one thing I've noticed is like the last little while, when I plug in my phone to charge it, it like frequently will say, "Oh, your device is charging slowly.
Oh.
Plug it into use the charger that came with your device or whatever." But nobody does that.
No one keeps the cords.
Yeah. Do you ever have that issue?
Our camera, like our security camera plug thingy our home camera, we've noticed that if we plug it in normally, like we would just like charge it, it would take forever to charge. And then I reached out to customer service one day and they're like, oh, plug it by the port or by the home base or whatever it's called. And we're like, oh, so you have to take the cord, put it into their home base or whatever it's called, and then that will charge it.
So you have to take it down to
You
do that?
take it down to charge it, but then you have to plug it into something that's already plugged into the wall. And it worked faster. So
yeah, basically, I think what I'm trying to get at here is that it seems to be a thing now.
do you
where,
use a dollar store charger, Scott?
I mean, I got a bunch of cables off of Amazon, but what I'm realizing is I think not all cables
No.
are created equal.
Maybe that's why the internet keeps going down.
I mean, maybe we should take a look at our cable.
Maybe
I mean,
we should look at the wire.
Yeah, maybe it's a cable. Yeah. So anyway, what I wanted to find out is, because what I don't know is, the thing is, there are a couple cables. Like I have a cable in the living room of my place that I know when I plug my phone in there, it'll always charge consistently.
Okay.
But what I noticed is like the one I have in the car right now, sometimes it charges fast, and sometimes it says it's charging slow. So I don't know if that's.
But
maybe
it tells you. It's weird that your phone actually tells you that it's a slow charge.
Yeah, like if I plug in it, sometimes I'll get a notification right away. It'll be like, your device is charging slow, and it'll have a time. It'll be like, it'll take 8 hours to charge. And then other times it charges immediately. So I just thought maybe we should do this public service for everybody. You know, summer's ending. I just thought we would quickly just find out, like, what cables should we be looking for? Because, like, I ordered a bunch of cables on Amazon. I'm like, wow, that's such a good price. You get like 6 cables, and they're nice and long.
And they don't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see it.
So I just wanted to get to the bottom of this. So I just thought.
Let's get down to business.
So right before we started the show, I just quickly took a couple looks here.
Lookity looks.
All right, what did I just find here? Okay, here. I just found this site. Okay, let's take a look. A helpful guide: how to identify a fast charger. Okay. First, what is fast charging? Actually, I don't know if this is what we're looking for, but let's see. Before we identify ways to identify a fast charger cable or fast charger accessory, we must first answer the question, what is fast charging?
What is fast charging, Scott?
Every modern device, from smartphones to laptops, features built-in fast charging technology. Okay. Technically speaking, anything over 2.5 watts is considered fast charging, but what makes it fast charging? Okay, how do I identify a fast charger? First, the cable is thicker. Fast charging cables are typically thicker since they have more wires clustered inside. It's not a hard and fast rule, though. You got to read the specs. Okay, no, this isn't what I'm looking for. What I'm trying to find is like, okay, here's an article. Are all USB-C cables the same for charging?
Dun, dun, dun.
Because you think, oh, it's USB-C. That means it must work. But not all USB-Cs are the same.
How dare they?
Yeah. USB-C is the latest upgrade to the widely used universal serial bus standard. It offers versatility, slim design, and faster charging capabilities. We'll discuss the details of USB-C technology, okay? So, up to 140 watts, blah, blah, blah. Okay, different types. So let's see. Are all USB-C charging cables the same? While USB-C represents a universal connector type, the technology it carries can significantly differ. So, just because the cable has the same head doesn't mean that it's carrying the same technology through it.
Oh, I lied. Our 300 isn't on our 6 year.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
So we'll make it 2 separate things then. Okay.
Sorry. Sidetracked.
USB-C 2.0 is the entry-level USB-C cable, supporting data transfer rates of up to 480 megabytes per second.
That's the one I have.
You have USB-C.
Because I have a new iPhone.
So maybe, are you sure that's this is the entry level?
Oh,
so it might be older.
I know it's a
Power output of up to 60 watts at 3 amps. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, your iPhone is USB-C, but just because it's USB-C, that says nothing for the type of cable it actually uses. That's what we're trying to find out.
He's an Apple cord.
So I wonder what it comes with, what kind of cable it is. This cable can be used for charging, syncing, connecting USB-C type devices, Type A or other devices, offering a degree of backward compatibility, although not the fastest option in terms of data transfer speed. So I wonder if these cables that I'm buying are USB-C 2.0, and that's why they're not charging fast.
Maybe.
Then there's USB-C 3.0, also known as 3.1 Gen 1. So that's like, look, USB-C Gen 1.
Gen Z.
It provides data transfer rates of up to 5 gigs per second. Or is that gigabytes or gigabits? I don't know. There are more significant improvements in performance over 2.0 while maintaining compatibility with older devices. Higher speed data transfer, okay. USB 4, I've never even heard of that. USB 4 is the latest update in the USB family. It's built on the Thunderbolt protocol. Maximum of 40 gigabits per second. Is that gigabits? Maybe. Using certified cables, it's backward compatible with USB 3. But how do I know which one I have?
Check your Amazon purchase.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, is there a way to like look at the cable and know what I have?
No, I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
Thunderbolt 3 is a high-performance connectivity protocol developed by Intel. Yes, it boasts data transfer speeds. Okay, yes. Factors that influence a USB-C's charging. Okay, here. Cable gauge. The term gauge specifically refers to the thickness of the cables. The thicker the wire, lower gauge. So thicker wire, lower gauge. Why? I don't know. The better it is at carrying power. A lower gauge USB-C cable can facilitate the maximum allowable amperage, okay? Thinner wires, on the other hand, limit it. The length of the cable. So if it's a super long cable, so if you order cables like, hey, it's 12 feet long, that's awesome. That can limit your charge speed. The higher the resistance, the longer the cable. Okay? Compatibility. Another crucial factor to consider is the compatibility.
Maybe it's a compatibility.
Yeah, the USB-C standard is a
Maybe
complex
it's your phone.
It could be. It could be a mixture of everything. The USB-C standard is a complex one. Not all cables, devices, and chargers support every feature. Some cables might be designed for data transfer and not support fast charging. Others might support fast charging, but only up to a certain power limit. So how are you supposed to know? How do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. I feel like this research has left me with more questions.
I think if you were to go on your Amazon purchases, it should be in the description. Just don't use that cord. Change up the cord in your car and see if it works. If it doesn't work, maybe it's the car battery that's making it a slow charge.
I wonder if also like the part that actually plugs into the cigarette lighter.
That's it. Oh, maybe.
And like that might play a role too.
Maybe you just need to replace that.
But the problem is I don't know which thing I need to replace.
Just replace both of it.
But then I don't know which I fixed the problem or not. What if it... That's what I'm saying. So hang on. Hang on. Wait.
Okay.
Like here's a cable right here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Wait, I'm grabbing a cable.
He's grabbing a cable.
I'm grabbing two cables.
He's grabbing two cables. He brought two cables. Welcome back to Show and Tell on the Sit Down.
Okay, look.
Okay. Oh, they're
Okay.
dirty.
Yeah, these are both pretty thick. These are actually both thicker than the cables that I have at home.
Okay.
Okay.
They're filthy.
Yeah, but like other than
You know when you had like your Nintendo 365 and then you had to like blow into the thing to make it work better?
What did you say? Nintendo 365? What is that?
I don't know. The Nintendo, what is it called?
I don't know.
The Nintendo whatever. Let me Google it. Why did I say 365?
Nintendo 365.
Nintendo.
Okay, well while you're doing that, so this cable, it's the brand is Aukey, Aukey, Aukey. Okay, this is blue, which I don't know if that has any meaning. It's pretty thick.
Nintendo 64.
Oh.
Anyways.
Okay, I got
You know how like you have to blow on the game and like put it back on? Maybe it's the same thing for your charger.
That's what it. I should. Oh, excuse me. I just got to charge my phone.
Exactly. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Although I will say, it wasn't typically the N64 games you had to blow into.
Oh.
It was like the Nintendo games, like the original NES.
Clearly, I'm not the same age as you, Scott.
Although
so.
what I've heard is that blowing in the game,
Is it actually bad for the game?
not even that, is that it does nothing.
So then where did you come up with that? Who came up with that idea?
You know, that's actually a crazy.
Why am I so far from the camera?
I don't know. That's actually a very cool question because it's something that like everybody who owned that system did.
Yeah.
But like this is like, where would we have even known that? Like I know, so all my friends at school, that's what we all had to do.
But like, who came up
But, like,
with it?
And how that spread? Because
We didn't have social media back then.
that's what I'm saying. There wasn't internet. There wasn't a way like, it's not like I could jump online and be like, oh, how do I use? Oh, people are blowing in it. Okay.
Yeah. You know, okay, this is going to go completely off topic of what you were saying,
It's
but
fine.
I think it's interesting that we grew up in an era where we didn't really have social media. We didn't have influencers. We had magazines, we had TV, we had all that stuff. But if you look at, let's go back to social media. If you look at TikTok or you look at Reels and you look at these are things that we grew up with the 90s, right? We all grew up with the same things and basically being the same people or liking the same types of toys and all these things and shows and music without really being influenced by other people.
Yep.
How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
How? Tell me.
You know what's one of the confusing? Oh, hey, Loki, what's up? Yo, haven't been in these streams in a while. Nice to see y'all. Hey, Loki, welcome back. Hello. We were talking about a variety of things. Anyway, just to put a pin in the cable thing, I have no idea. I don't know how to identify which cable I should get. I got to do more research. But anyway, put a pin in that. But yeah, what we were just talking about, one thing I noticed is so at my school, I remember we used to play a game called High Sky. Mm-hmm. And basically, what was the rules of the game? Basically, one team would stand at one end of the schoolyard. Mm-hmm. The other team would stand at the other end of the schoolyard. Mm-hmm. And then we'd throw a tennis ball, up into the air to the other team. And then the other team had to try to catch it. And then I think if somebody caught it, I don't even remember what the rules are anymore. I don't even really know how you win.
Is it like dodgeball?
Yeah, except you're not trying to dodge. You're trying to catch the ball.
Like football.
Yeah, but you're not running around. It's like my team stays at one end, the other team stays at the other. It was a game we played all the time. So we'd be like, all right, let's play High Sky. And so you throw it and you throw it really high. And I guess what you're just trying to do is make the other team not catch the ball. Mm. So maybe you try to throw it as high as you can so that it's falling faster. I'm not sure what our strategy was. Point is, I remember in high school meeting other kids who did not go to our elementary school who had that same game, even if it wasn't necessarily called High Sky. We were all kind of playing that game. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why? How would that have happened? I know it's not that amazing, it's throwing a ball around.
It's just the fact that, we all kind of grew up doing the same things, but don't really know how we all got influenced to do the same things without social media.
I was actually I saw a TikTok about this. Mm-hmm. It was the same thing. You know, the songs that girls would sing when they're jumping rope. Mm. It's though that song gets sung all over the place. Everybody's heard that song, but where'd they hear it? Mm-hmm. I guess on TV.
Maybe, I don't know. We just didn't know. But sometimes it'd be like, oh, my cousin did this at her school, or
Yeah.
But it's just so mind-boggling when you look at social media now and see everyone is obviously influenced to the Sephora little girls at Sephora thing. One girl started doing it, and so then they all started doing it. But for us, it was we all, speaking for the girls, little girls, it's we all use the same lip smacker. We all use the same liquid lip gloss that you get from the dollar store, or you use the same hairstyles and hair clips and the butterfly clips. But it was just but where did we learn to do that?
It's weird. Yeah, I know. For example, we know where we got demure and mindful from.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know what it must have been? I mean, obviously TV and advertising was a thing. Mm-hmm. And movies were a thing. But I also think probably things happened a little slower.
But then why did we all read J14 magazine and do all of those quizzes and know about all those quizzes if you went to one school and I went to another?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is weird to think about.
If you I always I guess because I am the target for my For You page, and that's a lot of the things that I do see is even the mashups of the different songs that we grew up listening to is very specific to a specific demographic. But for some reason I heard these songs growing up, and these are songs that you would hear on MySpace and all these things. And then my best friend who I met in college, and now we're in our 30s, she's like, oh my God, I just saw what you reposted. And I'm like, wait, how do you, okay. How do you know that song?
Well, Loki's asking, how long have we known each other?
For 11 years.
11 years?
I think so. Oh. I'm going to just put it out there.
11 years. Apparently, 11 years.
Minimum.
Yeah, I even think about little things stuff like cooties. Mm-hmm. you're a kid. Oh, oh, the girls have cooties. Oh,
How the heck did we know what cooties were?
Yeah, and like we as little kids must have heard that somewhere, but like other kids, everybody was using that. Other schools, it was just this thing.
Like the cootie catchers.
Yeah, it's weird.
Or MASH. Do you know what MASH is?
Is MASH that thing with the fold-up paper?
No, that's a cootie catcher. MASH is like where you actually write down like the boys that you like or the girls that you like, what houses you're gonna live in,
Yeah,
the
but
jobs
isn't that
you're gonna have.
But isn't that inside like a folded-up paper thing that you
No,
unfold
that's a cootie catcher. But you can do like write random things in there.
Okay, wait. What's a cootie catcher?
The folding thingy.
That makes like the.
I wonder if I could still make one out of like muscle memory.
And that so you're talking about the thing that like it kind of looks like a little.
You're
mouth?
like, okay, pick a color, and then
then
you
you
like
open it,
spell the
right?
color, pick a number, you pick the number.
I thought so. Wait, how did MASH work?
It was just like a piece of paper, and then you like count it. And
Actually, I do remember that. Yeah.
isn't it weird how there's so many things that we did in the 90s and early 2000s without social media that you're. You're a different generation than I am. You're a little bit older than I am, but like I'm sure if I asked your girlfriend, she would understand what I'm talking about.
I've never heard cootie catcher before though.
It's literally that paper thingy.
I don't think I knew it had.
The fact that I still remember how to open it. Do you have paper? I want to see if I remember how to fold it. If I can still pull this off, that will be wild.
Actually, did I know how to make one of those?
You gave me a ripped up piece of paper. Terrible. How am I supposed to fold it properly?
I think I know how to make one of those. Does it have to be a square?
It does, but I can't because you ripped my paper.
So like.
I'm going to have to make a smaller one. Welcome to the sit down.
Arts and
We're trying to.
I think I knew how to make one too.
But you gave me a ripped up paper.
Well, here, use a scissors to cut into a square.
No, you have to do it the legit
Okay.
way, Scott.
So you make a square.
Okay, now I need to actually start over.
I've just realized that I actually can. Let's see if my muscle memory does it.
Origami on the sit down.
I'm doing this, and then somewhere there was a part where you open. Oh no!
His muscle memory is like, not today.
I keep folding it smaller, but I don't think that's right.
I don't think I'm gonna remember.
There's a
it.
point when you open it. There's a point when you open it.
I'm still trying to rip up a square piece of paper here.
Okay.
This
This-
paper is so old, it's so fragile. This paper is from the 90s.
Okay, wait. There was something like. No.
Okay, let's try it.
It's like you go whoosh, and then it pops open. Oh, I used to know how. Oh wait, do you fold the insides first? Is it like this?
You know what? I used to do a lot of origami, so I don't think I'm doing this right.
Wait, okay, I think this is looking familiar to me.
Oh,
Fold
you
it
know
over
what it
like
is? I
this.
used to fold paper balls. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm folding a paper ball right now.
Oh, wait.
You fold it. Did you get it?
Maybe.
The paper is so crumpled.
Great, and then I open it.
You made a boat.
Oh, I do know how to make boats. But yeah, I was just thinking. I remember how to make. Okay, I feel like I almost kind of made it, but
I don't know what I'm folding, but I feel like I'm folding something. Can we just Google it and see if we can follow a demonstration?
I remember I used to make boats all the time, and I got pretty good at making boats.
I noticed.
I've never heard the term cootie cat. Yeah, look, check this out. This is one I definitely remember how to do. Look at this. And this one you can make using a rectangle. You don't make it out of a square. What are you making over there?
I think I got it.
You go like this. Yeah, I think
How you're like, what are you doing?
I think as I was like making what I thought was my cootie catcher, I was actually making. I somehow switched to boat. Look at this. Now you pull, boom. Okay, it's not the best, but
I think
That's
I
a boat.
got it. But how do I got the base of it. I just don't remember how to open it.
and then to open it, and then I found if I fold this side, it makes the back of the boat. Okay, it's not my best boat, but it was a boat. It looked like a boat.
I got the base of it. But how do I open it? I'm trying. I almost got it. But I don't remember how to open it. No. Because this is where you would write the things.
Yes.
And then continue.
I mean, it's kind of done. It's over. It's done.
I just need to figure out how to open it.
Did you ever know how to make a crane? I never knew how to make a
I
crane.
knew how to make a paper ball.
Wait. You mean like
No.
I just made one. I just made a paper ball.
Leave me alone for like 2 seconds. I'll figure this out.
Did you write all the names of all the crushes and stuff in there?
No, you would write like a color and
Regine's getting frustrated.
damn it. I just need to know how to open it. Okay, you know what?
Low key. Wish my generation was like you guys. Social media took over. Honestly, I didn't realize it at the time. Low key, but
See, how to fold a cootie catcher.
I've never heard that term. It was amazing. Yeah, it was better. Honestly, like obviously there.
I skipped a step. That's why.
Geez, Regine.
Forgot to fold it. How could I?
Yeah. See, I wouldn't have made that mistake.
BS.
There was something awesome about how it used to be. Like social media is awesome and stuff, and the internet's awesome, and obviously like I'm literally able to speak to you right now through the power of all of it and everything, which is cool. But
See, I did it right.
there was something magical about the time before it all,
Fold together.
when you just got on your bike and went to the park with your friends. It was
I was
beautiful.
folding it wrong the other way. Look, I got it. I got it.
All right, so I'll make it do the thing. Yeah, that's amazing.
See, I was doing it right. Okay, now let me see if I can remember to fold a ball. Can I have a piece of paper? This poor notebook is like getting destroyed.
It's okay. It's getting used. It's recycling. Yeah. So do kids still make these? They must.
I don't know.
Low key, do kids at your school or did kids at your school when you were smaller make these? So you have this, right? And then what you can do is like inside here, you can like write stuff. So then what you can do is like, you'll be like, okay, pick the color. And then you like go like this, right? You go like that. And then they're like 4, you know, and so you count, you'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4.
See, paper ball, it is a thing.
And then, is it the one where you blow it open?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Why'd I get so excited? Yeah.
But I never knew how to make that stuff.
I used to do that.
I'm pretty sure I used to know how to make these.
I used to, do you remember when we used to, I don't know if you used to do this, girls in your class would write letters to each other?
If they did, I didn't know about
I
it.
used to do this in high school because, like, obviously text messages were not.
Oh,
really
you're
a
saying like
thing.
passing notes in class? You
No, but like, I have friends that I used to write letters to in between class because, you know, it's totally learning about stuff.
mean? So you like put it in like lockers?
And so instead of like text messages, we would like pen pal it to each other. Did you have a pen pal growing up?
No.
Ever? Even like your elementary school didn't do pen pals?
No, I remember we talked about it or something, but I don't think I ever actually had one.
Oh my God, we had pen pals. Do they still do that?
I don't know.
Am I aging myself even more?
I don't know what they do anymore.
Right.
Do they make these things? Because these things are pretty
I
good.
can't believe I still remember. I just missed one step, but I still got it.
So what are you making now? A ball?
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Welcome to our summer session.
We didn't know where it was going to end up.
We didn't, but this is where we are.
This is where we are. This is where we are.
This is how
This
we
is where we are.
do it. I'm already missing a step, but
All right. You know what? I want to do Barrel of Monkeys one more time.
Yes, do it while I do this.
Okay. Yeah,
Welcome to this week's edition.
We are gonna wrap up the show soon, but I want to try to improve my score. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing this week's very special edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship. Okay. Classic game of Barrel of Monkeys. I'll explain it for our viewers. I obviously know the rules. But basically, 1 minute goes on the clock. I pour out the monkeys. It's full. I pull out the barrel full of monkeys. I grab a single monkey. I use that monkey to hook another monkey. Use
This
that
doesn't
monkey to
seem
hook
right.
another. And I'm trying to make a chain of monkeys as long as I can in 1 minute. And after that minute has elapsed, that's it. So
You realize I'm not paying attention to you? You could totally be cheating right now and be like, yeah, good job.
this is my chance. This is my chance. Okay, yeah. So Regine is continuing to fold. All right.
I think I'm getting it, though.
I will say, Regine, it does not look like a ball at the moment.
It will by the time the minute is up.
All right. Okay, so I will start the timer.
I actually got it back, okay?
Okay.
I
And
got
I'll need
this.
you to tilt my camera down so that
I will.
I can see.
I'll
Okay.
pay attention to you. Don't worry, Scott. We'll pay attention to you.
All right, here we go. 3, 2.
I'll finish this later.
In fact, can you start the timer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no cheating, Scott.
All right, here we go.
You ready? 3,
Wait, let me find the
2.
monkeys. Wait. Okay.
1.
Bad pour.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
Ooh, he was gonna do a switcheroo of hands. Okay. Oh,
Mike's in
almost
my
got
way.
it. Excuses. Okie dokie. Oh no. It wanted to, but it didn't. You have 23 seconds left. You got this. Just slow and steady wins the race. Oh, careful. Just don't lose any.
Come on.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay.
Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
Oh, that's not your
3,
best
4,
one.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, no.
8 monkeys. Is that even like...
That's not even your best. That's actually your worst.
So let me look at the monkey standings. The monkey standings.
This is actually your worst that you've ever done, Scott.
My current high score is 9. And I hit 8. You know what? There was a moment there where I was kind of feeling pretty good about it.
You called it from the beginning. Your pour wasn't the best.
Yeah, there were a lot like... So you know what happened is like I realized the angle that I had, the arm was quite high, so I couldn't scoop up. And then there were several, the last 4 were all sitting flat. So,
How dare they? Should I try?
do you want to?
Wait, I'm almost done this.
I mean, your challenge right now is to make the ball.
What did Loki said? You got this,
So,
bro.
got this, bro. Thanks, Loki. I appreciate the
Bruh.
support.
Do, do, do.
I guess that concludes. Oh, wait, are you going? No, okay. That concludes this week's. I mean, you're still winning.
Compared to the two of us, yes.
That's the real competition. That concludes this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship.
This is not going to be COVID friendly, but
So is that ball becoming a ball?
it shall in 2 seconds.
Okay, so Regine's been folding, aggressively folding. Whoa!
Oh no, I unfolded the folds. But y'all saw that.
Wow!
I have lipstick all over it, but yeah,
Wow!
it's warm.
I mean, it's warm. Oh, because it's like your breath.
Here's my ball.
Wow!
The paper is so fragile. But there you go. There's the ball.
Honestly, that's pretty
I
impressive.
did it.
That's pretty impressive. Wow.
I folded a ball with lipstick on it and a cutie catcher or a frog.
Wait, is it cutie catcher or
Cootie.
cootie? Okay, that's what I thought. That's okay. I made a boat, but it kind of fell apart. In my defense, I folded it really fast. I can make pretty good boats.
This paper is not papering today.
That too.
This paper is older than all of our viewers.
That is a super old paper. I don't even know where it came
It's
from.
discolored.
I think I got that. No, like that might be. I don't even know where
Like
it came
now I
from.
got lipstick on it. Hey, there's my ball.
It's part of it.
I'm impressed with myself that I still able to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Did you ever know how to make a crane?
No, you already asked that question.
I can't remember what you
Scott.
said.
I said no.
Oh, maybe the crane's the hardest one.
Let's see if I could still fold this the way I used to fold letters at school.
So wait, so you used to write letters for your friends, and then what? You
You just hand them to each other. But these are like fun ways of folding them.
so did you guys like do like fun folds for your friends?
I did.
We didn't do that.
I wonder if I still got it. Let's try.
All right.
Hope our viewers are enjoying this.
Regine's just enjoying the origami.
I haven't done this in years.
This actually turned into a pretty good episode.
It did.
I mean, it depends what you mean by good, but like I enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought we covered some good stuff. I didn't solve any of the problems. Like I was hoping to like learn something about cables, but the only thing that I seem to have learned was that I don't know anything. This one has, look, this one says SS10. There's a 10 on it. So, I don't know.
I'm not even paying attention to you anymore, Scott.
She's busy folding her letters.
These are just notes from old. Here you go. Because,
So
you got to be discreet about it.
So this is how you used to fold letters to give to your friends? Okay, so let me see. So fold it and give it to me. Like,
Okay.
I want to know what this experience would have been like.
Dear Scott, you suck. Let's see if I still got this.
And so this isn't like to pass in class. You would give it to them like
In the
hall.
hallway.
It's like, hey, I wrote you this letter. So it's like your friends who are like in another class.
Yeah.
This was in high school?
Ta-da!
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So they would just like receive this? I mean, honestly, there's something kind of nice about it.
There's nothing kind of nice about it?
there's something
Oh,
kinda
I was
nice
like,
about
wow,
it.
that's rude.
And then how do you open it? You just,
Unravel it.
oh, look, see, it's like tucked in.
Yeah. And then there's the letter.
It's like, dear Sarah, don't you think Johnny is so cute? It's like that.
Yeah, totes.
Awesome. Yeah, we didn't do that. We weren't very fancy. I mean, I don't know. The boys, we were just like playing.
But a girl's never written you a letter and handed it to you, like,
No, not that I can think of. Loki says the sit-down hoodie looks nice. I might have to buy that soon.
I was actually going to wear my sit-down hoodie today, but it's not fall yet, so
It's not
tomorrow.
quite chilly enough. It is a nice hoodie, I will say.
Next weekend,
I like the
maybe.
design.
What's the weather
I like the
next
design.
weekend?
I don't know. No, I don't recall ever getting like letters at school. It wasn't a thing we did. No. We would just go play in the mud.
In high school?
No.
I didn't think so.
So, Regine, where can people find you?
You all can find me on my YouTube channel for The Pageant Sit Down. It's a little quiet right now, so follow our social medias to find out when we'll be back on air. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at It's Regine Alaina. You can also, if you're looking for pageant coaching, because it is still pageant season, the Galaxy Girls are keeping me busy, that's for sure. You can find me on pageantcoaching.Regine Alaina, and the link in my description is my availability. So if you are interested, DM me. If not, click that link. Scott, where can people find you?
You can find me right here, where you're watching this very video, youtube.com/@ScottDionBrown.
All right.
But I think just typing Scott Dion Brown works too. But yeah, that's where you get the sit down. That's where you get the gaming streams. It's where you get the vlogs, the unboxings, the music. I'm Just Ken. Cover. Link in description. Also, people in the Toronto area, my film Storage Room B is streaming, not streaming,
Airing.
Screening at the Toronto Indie Horror Festival in Toronto. It's going to be happening at the Eyesore Cinema on Bloor Street.
Nice.
The event, I believe, runs October 1st to 4th. My film is screening October 3rd at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be in attendance. Several other cast members will be in attendance, including the star of the film, Haley Midget. She'll be there.
She'll finally watch it.
Yes. So October 3rd, 6:30 p.m. Eyesore Cinema. I think tickets are $10. If you want to come see my film,
You should watch it. It's a good film.
it's a
I've
fun
seen
movie.
it
there you go.
5 times now.
Boom. So yeah, October 3rd. But yeah, otherwise hit like on this video, everybody. Hit subscribe, all that stuff. Follow Regine on social media too.
Yeah, do
This was
it.
a good episode.
It was.
It was, it was fun. It was chill.
It was random.
It was a good way to say bye to summer. I don't know if we learned anything.
We learned that I can still fold origami like I used to in high school.
And I can still make a boat.
There you go. Where is your boat?
It came apart. It was
that.
It was this. But I can make a pretty good boat. In fact, hang on. Let me just quickly make it again.
Yeah, so I can post it on my story.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is, I was trying so hard to fold it fast that...
I took my time.
Okay, tilt my camera down so people can see. Okay, I'm gonna actually show them. This is a lesson. How to make a boat, okay? So you have a rectangular piece of paper. You fold
It
it.
had to be square.
No, boats are rectangle. You fold it in half. Fold it like this, okay? Now, again, the cleaner you make the lines, the better. Again, I was rushing before, but... Okay?
The crisper paper you have, the better too.
Yep. Then you fold up like this. And then you flip it and fold this side up like this. And then these corners you fold in so that it's like even with the diagonal of the boat. So you fold it back up again like that.
You know who's great at folding paper? Your grandma.
Oh yeah, she makes like paper flowers.
They're on set.
I know there's a
Behind
bunch of paper
Scott.
flowers behind us, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you see it right there.
There.
Yeah.
It looks
Those
like
are-
I'm giving them the finger. That was my index finger, okay?
Those are all like paper roses that my Lola made. They're
love
pretty
that.
awesome. Okay, so now what's cool about this is you could stop here and give it. Actually, wait. So fold it out like this first, like open it like that. Now look, you could stop. Oh, I just ripped it. It's fine.
God, how could you?
So you could stop here and you have a hat, and in my case, a hat with a hole in it because I just ripped it. But you can see you have a hat, right? But if you keep going, oh wait.
You have more paper. Why don't you just fold it?
No, I'm not starting again. I'm taping it.
He said knobby.
Okay. Okay. So now you continue on. You go like this, and then you fold it up
Yeah, just move it.
like that. Up like this. Okay. We've got some rips here that are kind of affect our quality here, but whatever. Then you fold it out like this. Okay. And then you pull.
Whoa.
And look at that. You got a boat, Regine.
You got a boat and a hat. A sailor's hat.
And then what I used to like to do is, so you can see here we have a boat. What I used to like to do is to fold this side down, so it's more like a motorboat style, where like with the back is flat. But I think because I've ripped it, it's not holding, so we'll just keep it as a regular boat.
Ta-da!
It's not bad, right?
Ta-da!
It's not my best boat, but this is also not the best paper.
We should get origami paper and just do a whole hour of paper folding.
I mean, you know what? That might be somebody's thing. Yeah, see, that's coming apart over there, but
You just won't show it.
this side is good. That's a boat, right? You can tell that that's a boat.
We don't do paper airplanes on the sit down. We do paper boats.
Yes. I know how to do it. Well, airplane, everybody knows how to do it in a paper airplane. Although you can make pretty fancy ones.
My airplanes never turn out.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, everybody, random Rick reviews. We're going to need proof it floats.
Uh-oh. This paper definitely not going to float.
It would float for a minute,
Wait.
and then it would sink. I don't have any water. Unfortunately, I don't have any water. Maybe we'll have to put it in some water and we'll post it. In fact, yeah. You know what? After the show, I will put it in some water and we'll post it on our Instagram. Yeah? We'll do it right after this. Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Regine, epic episode.
Yeah. Epic summer, epic episode.
Random Rick reviews, by the way. Hi, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Yeah, we're just wrapping up our little chat here, doing some origami, doing some barrel of monkeys. It was a really random episode.
It really was, but that's what our show's about. We just like randomness.
That's true. Loki. Oh, go ahead.
It was nice to be in the sit down streams after a while. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Well, thank you, Loki. You as well.
You as well, Loki. Everybody, smash like, subscribe, all that stuff. Next stream, I'm going to probably do a gaming stream this week. I'm not sure the day yet. It might even be tomorrow, but I'm not sure. I got to really see what's going on this week. But we shall see. I'll post it in the Discord server. Everybody, please stay safe. Take care of each other. Be good to each other.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Yeah, I kind of say that at the end of my gaming streams. I don't say it on here that much.
Do you?
Though. Yeah.
Scott's actually not this nice in person. I'm kidding.
I'm evil. Anything you want to say? Any last words?
Enjoy the rest of your summer. Bye.
As in, like, fun day. All right.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day / summer. That's right.
Exactly.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Toodles.